Well, Dan, about a year ago, we called you out here because we'd heard about your way of being with horses and what you do for them. And this guy is 27 years old now, and when we got him, he was 19. And he's had shoes all, as far as we know, all his life.
That's real typical.
But when he came out here, what he was doing is pacing along his fence line. And he would walk, spin on his back feet, and come back. And it was just back and forth. And there were times when his shoes were worn down about every 4 to 6 weeks to very thin, almost razor sharp horseshoes. I mean, I could use them to cut baling twine.
Yeah,
that was what we normally did with
sharp,
them.
yeah.
And so when you came out here to do your deed, we were a little skeptical.
About the barefoot trimming?
Yeah, because all we knew was shoes or no shoes. And we were thinking that with all the spinning that he does on his back feet, that if he doesn't have shoes, he's going to be worn down to nothing.
Right. Yeah.
And I got to say, we were very pleasantly surprised and pleased when that didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm real tickled too, John. Unfortunately, what we all think is that the shoes are the answer for everything, and this has been hundreds of years. Our whole society has thought this, and for 28 years, I did too. So only in the last 4 years have I realized the value of how Mother Nature takes care of his horse's feet. And the foot actually will grow to what its needs are. Is what's really remarkable here, John. You know, this horse obviously is going up and down that fence line. He's wearing foot off, no doubt, but Mother Nature takes care of them. They grow the foot they need, and that's an amazing thing about horses' feet. And like our foundered horses, sometimes they'll slough a foot. The whole foot comes off, and the Mother Nature takes care of them. They'll grow another foot back, and it grows back just remarkably fast. And so it's Mother Nature takes care of our horses' feet, and we just have to allow that to happen, because we have thought that we need to take care of them, and we have good intentions, but sure enough, they can take care of themselves. You know, back to they were taking care of themselves a long time before we showed up. You know, yeah. So what I'd like to do is just pick a back foot up, and what John's talking about here is a very nice back foot that's not worn off like it was doing to the shoes. It would wear the inside of that shoe was worn down to as thin as a knife blade and would cut twine. You know, I'd pull the last set of shoes off them, and then the outside wouldn't be worn. And so you would think, oh my goodness, it's going to wear it down to the blood, you know, but indeed it hasn't, and we've got a pretty balanced foot, and it's amazingly nice foot. So we're going to turn this horse around, and we're going to pick his foot up and take a look at it. So here we go. Picked up the other day. Okay, bud. Oh, he is such a trooper. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Here's this foot that was wearing off shoes where that on the inside they would be down to nothing, and then on the outside there'd be a lot of shoe left. And so we would assume it would do the same thing to a foot. But guess what, folks? Look at that foot. This is a very healthy, nice foot. And with callus, this is all callus around here, and that's what we look for with a natural barefoot trim. And the foot, it wears just a little more on the inside than it does here on the outside, but it just takes a little bit of balancing up with the rasp a little bit, and he's fine. And so he's developing some frogs here. He's been in shoes all of his life, and his frogs, when we pull these off, were not healthy frogs at all. And so now we're developing a healthy frog, and as well as we got sole callus, as well as he's pretty much wearing his foot off to what he needs. And so I would say this is a very nice foot, and we were all, everyone was concerned that this would be a disaster when we pull the shoes off, but indeed Mother Nature does take care of herself. So we just have to trust in what Mother Nature has done with a horse's feet is perfection, and what we're doing is to them with our shoes and all is much less than perfection. So I am striving to do what's natural for these horses and let it be all that it can be, as healthy as it can be. So.
Okay.
Dan, I want to thank you very much for taking care of this guy and getting him back to the way he ought to be.
Yeah.
Natural. He's a great horse, and we very much appreciate what you've done for him and the rest of our herd.
Well, good. Well, thank you for that. And this guy has kind of earned it. He's a superstar in the world of horses, and so to be able to work on him, I feel honored, and that's always a warm feeling when we can do something that works for the horses, and they come out to be the winner.
Well, thank you very much, Dan.
Okay, yeah.
Take care.
Boy.